Welcome to the Echo Sportscast number 39.
I'm Paul McLean.
And I'm Dave Dale. We have baseball and a little football.
So we get to talk NDA baseball, Senior League baseball, Panthers baseball, Sandlot Series tournament baseball. So yeah, stay tuned. That's going to be lots of fun. We got some stuff about the Bulldog.
Yeah, we got that. And we did a spotlight interview with Dr. Rob Graham about resilience, but actually focusing in on how you can enjoy your experience chasing your dream instead of just chasing your dream and not enjoying your experience.
It was a really great conversation, very topical with the idea of Kindness Week and teaching to be aware of those around us and kind of inclusive of making sure everybody is having that great experience. It was fun.
Preparing you for life, not just sports.
With all that, we'll be back after our few words from our title sponsor, Homewood Suites by Hilton, North Bay.
Hey, North Bay, it's time to celebrate. The city is turning 100, and Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay invites you to the party. Be at home in our spacious suites, each featuring a kitchen. Yeah, a real kitchen. Also, enjoy our comfy living spaces and brand new fitness gear so you can keep feeling great while staying on budget. Planning a big bash or business event? We've got the perfect meeting spaces right here on site. Plus, with our partnerships at The Grand and Stock Transportation, your guests and delegates are in great hands. Want to know the best part? We're right beside the beautiful Cape Paceway, steps to North Bay's lively waterfront, and moments from downtown's shopping, dining, and entertainment. Celebrate the Centennial with us all year long with an exclusive discount. Just use the code CENTENNIAL when booking your stay. Be at home with Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay. Join the party today at 495 Oak Street West or call us at 705-495-3000.
Well, when I got back from my experience on the French River in Dokis camping, I was happy to go to the NDA baseball final between the Trojans and Chippewa. And it was great. It was a nice game for the Trojans.
Yes.
And it was short and there was no bugs.
Yeah, it's been really good down by at Vets this year. So it's been enjoyable not having the bugs. And it's one of those things in North Bay where summer's so beautiful and then those bugs hit and you kind of, it's a little bit of a pause before you can really get back and enjoy it. But great game. Obviously for the Trojans, not the result that Chippewa wanted, but really dominant performance. And you've got some highlights and we had a great conversation with Jake.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool because I coached Jacob in high school in 2014 when they won.
Yeah.
A little bit of trivia here. Jacob actually was one of three of the Trojan athletes that year to win NDA hockey, NDA baseball, and NDA football.
Wow.
Yeah. Drew Wallace and Dylan Dale were the other two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good bit of trivia there. Yeah, nice little triple crown for those guys.
And Jacob was on the mound for that. He had already won an NDA with previously one of the first couple of years. Trojans were really strong. Then he won on the mound, and now he won in the dugout. And he does a great job coaching, I think.
He is. He's fantastic with the kids. We talked briefly in the interview about the baseball camp we did on Monday. Just a PD day camp. 50 kids showed up despite the rain. Jacob pushed hard. We had the dome as a backup, but we knew it wasn't going to be the same experience. So the kids got to play a little bit in the wet, and Mother Nature thankfully cooperated enough, and we had an absolutely amazing day. And then later that night, I'm back watching, and there's Jacob playing in the senior league that he's running, and he's got the 7U Panthers. He's great. He's always happy to give out the accolades, but to others that are doing it, but I can't say enough about the work that Jacob does. Recognized by the Sports Hall of Fame for his work for baseball, and it's very well deserved. He definitely is moving and shaking and making a lot of things happen.
Well, he just was recognized at the Sports Hall of Fame for his work on baseball, and then he's not stopping, and he's involved at every level right now.
Yeah.
So, and we actually talked a little bit about the cash tournament, the Dave Sad baseball tournament, and they're playing for the Tugas Trophy. Right?
Yeah.
So that's great. That's coming up. And also, we have some other baseball.
Yeah, so we have the Sandlot Series is what we've named the baseball tournaments that we've decided to put out with the MBBA. So we went big. We went with 6 tournaments to start on 6 different weekends. And but we had a nice warm-up this weekend. So 9 new Panthers were participated in it. And we only had 4 teams in it, but we had a great team come up from Bradford. Valley East from Sudbury came over, and Muskoka, and they were able to play. We were over at Kelly Field, had some great weather, and it just kind of gave us a chance to sort of make sure that we had everything in check and know what we were going to do before, we start trying to organize too many teams. So yeah, it was a great start, and the weather cooperated. Had an amazing time. Some great young umpires out there working really hard for us, and a lot of positive feedback from the Bradford team. Quite happy to be up here, and Muskoka was nice too. There's some coaches that I've known over the years as we've been getting this program up and off the ground again, and the Muskoka parents were so just complimentary about what we were doing. So happy to have someone so close to them as well that we could play. So they had a great time. The Valley team and Bradford were, more evenly matched, and so we actually switched from having a semifinal and had them play each other in a 3-4 game, and then North Bay and Muskoka played again in the final. Really exciting game. North Bay came out on top 11-9. They won the first Golden Bat, so that's the trophy that we've got for it. And the
is that Sukram on that team?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I saw the pictures.
You saw the pictures?
Yeah.
So we'll put some of those up. I've got some great pictures. Sydney Olson was working the weekend for us. We also had Caden Long, who's been doing stuff with Connected Sports now for us, and he's going to be around the summer making it. So we've got some amazing young people who are helping us, and we're just trying to deliver an amazing experience for these kids. And you could see it on the field. And I had a bit of a big exciting moment on the drive-in Saturday while we were getting set to go drag and line the field. How cool it would be for the kids. Like, what are we going to do when we hand out these trophies and to celebrate? So I swung by and I found some inexpensive dollar store scuba masks, I guess, and some Perrier. And so when the kids came up and got their trophy, we gave them goggles and some Perrier, and they had a nice little champagne celebration on the field. They were all spraying each other down, and we want to show this off. We want to have, we want to have fun. We want to have fun. We want people to, and so
I think it's ludicrous. But I'm too old school and I don't understand. But I love it that you guys are enjoying it.
I'm embracing it. You know what? I want to say too, Dave Saad came by on Saturday or on the Sunday to check it out, and he was, on the field, even helping the umpires with positioning, had just so much positive to say about it. Mm-hmm. Same sort of idea that you're saying. He's like, I don't get it, but I love what you're doing.
Yeah, sure.
And I sit there. I know I've got an expiration date on myself. I've got to, use this up while I can. And I just want to try to teach as many of the young people.
Fun, man.
Have fun.
Why not?
Listen to the kids. Listen to the parents. How can we make this experience great? And I know that by doing that, we're going to be able to put that out, and next year we're going to be, tripling the size of these tournaments every weekend. So yeah, it's a blast. This weekend, starting tonight, the 15 U's will be going. We're using vets in Omischl. We have 8 teams in this tournament, and then the following weekend it's going to be the 13s, and then we've got 18s, 11s. So it's been a lot of fun, and we're really excited to put these tournaments together. And if you're looking to watch some great youth baseball, see what the Panthers are doing and what we're all about, come on out to both Veterans or Omischl all weekend. There'll be lots of baseball.
And just to add in before we get to the interview with Jacob, I was just checking my emails. Joey Rossi told me what the U13s did down in Aurelia, I think it was.
Yep.
And they had a good tournament, although they didn't make it into the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I learned about baseball. It's not like hockey where they've just got a bunch of people playing on Sundays. And with the pitching, it's sort of, you might be done on Saturdays. So that was a bit of a lesson that I've learned. But, you can still go down and have some great games. And that's what it's all about, just being outside and enjoying the weather. And it's been a great sport. I love being a part of it.
So let's talk baseball with Jacob Brown.
Yep.
So, Jacob, you won the NDA 2025 baseball championship as a coach. You previously won it as one of the first Trojan teams to win it, and then again in 2014 when I had the pleasure of being on the bench. How did it feel this time? You guys mercied them.
Yeah, I mean, fond memories of winning. It's if you're counting the tally from when I played, it's my 7th NDA championship, but felt just as good as the first one when we won the inaugural championships back. I think it was 2010 or 2011, the NDA Baseball League. So felt really good to do it as a coach, and as you said. We were fortunate enough to get the mercy, but we played as if it was a 0-0 game or a 1-run game all game, and you can attest to that. You were there, and the intensity sure was up on our bench. So yeah, no, it was great right to the end, and it was just an awesome experience to see the boys get a well-deserved victory.
So tell us about the pitcher and that first inning, which you guys scored 5 runs first inning.
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, not too often in high school baseball do you have the fortune to have King Mong in your left hand and Ryan Spencer on your right. And we decided to go with Ryan Spencer, a year older than King. King's going to have his turn in the championship game, hopefully. 2 more times, he'll have the opportunity to do that. So we decided to go with Ryan, and anybody who's ever seen Ryan throw, the kid's an absolute stud. He throws in the mid to upper 80s. He commands the strike zone really well and has a good array of pitches. And he sure dominated and gave us a calming presence, knowing in that first inning when we were at bat in the bottom half that just put runs on the board and we're okay. Fortunately, we were able to put quite a bit on the board, scoring 5 runs without being put out once. NDA rules the 5-run max. So that was a good way to start a championship baseball game for sure.
Oh, for sure. And Mong almost got on the mound there when Spencer got hit in the hand sliding into home. Yeah.
And again, I mean, in most circumstances, you probably would have been a little nervous about that. And for Ryan's sake, you're obviously hoping that he's okay. And fortunately, he was able to finish the game there and had his moment walking off the mound, striking out the final batter of the game. But yeah, no, if King had to go in, we were certainly confident that he could get the job done and bring us to the promised land.
And it was really cool. I missed the video. I didn't capture it, but the young, big tall guy, or Yank, hit a triple, his first hit for the season.
Yeah, I mean, what better time to do it, right? And he had been swinging the bat well. I think he made contact a couple times in that semifinal game, and to see one go through for him in that moment, and to see him get all the way to third base on the play was special. So proud of that kid, and he's been a treat to coach.
I'll let Paul ask one question.
No, you guys are great. I mean, I was actually going to roll in and keep talking kids baseball and stuff too, because I wanted to bring up the amazing camp, the PD Day camp that Jacob put on and ran on a rainy Monday at Vets. Fantastic, great feedback from the parents, and I mean, Jake, just what else is on the schedule for us this summer? What have you guys got going on? Tell the people, but again, it was a really great day.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. And again, thanks for the platform to allow us to get the people to the field. I mean, you and Laura are doing an excellent job with MBBA and allowing us to showcase the possibilities of camps and skill development and things like that in North Bay. So testament to you and your staff for doing a great job. Looking forward to the July 7th to 11th full-day camp that will run out of Kelly and Hanley Ballpark. I'm going to be optimistic. Tops and I were talking the other day, see if we could break 100 bodies. So I think we were about 50 for the PD Day camp, and we'll get your registration in if you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we're well on our way, and you guys are really, and I think the other thing I would add too is on a personal note. So we were there for the day, and Jacob, the Eastside Marrows team was playing senior league that night. So Tops is coaching, and Cooper's out there. So the boys were finding out about it, and so Emmett's asking me, like, can we come later? So I grabbed a couple of his teammates. We came to watch the game, and you guys were amazing. Had them in the dugout. They were on being base coaches and just had an absolute blast. I kept the kids out a little late, so there's a few moms maybe on the team that I had to. But everybody, they knew it. They knew how much fun the kids had, and then to tie that full circle, we actually had those same kids come out Tuesday night where we had our first T-ball on the field, and we can show some video of that later and we'll talk about it. But those kids were out running the bases in their uniform with the little T-ball kids. So, and my son, even, we were announcing the kids as they were coming up who was batting, and I had to run grab my daughter. So my son took the microphone and had to do that for the last couple teams. So I just think, it's one of the best things about baseball, just the enthusiasm and the fun. I don't get to see that very often sometimes in the hockey rink. It's there, but it's not the way you see the baseball, and the kids just play. They're just playing and they're having fun. So
it's a long hockey season, and it's really a big change in attitude and feeling when you get to the baseball field in the summer. So it's just, I recommend it highly. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I want to make sure, Jacob, if there's other highlights you want to mention from the high school baseball that fit, and then I want you to plug your men's tournament coming up.
Yeah, I mean, just a full testament to our team. Mike Dowdle did a great job as coach alongside him. It's been great to do. Mike's a great guy. Anybody that knows myself and Mike, we're two completely different individuals with as far as energy levels and our approach on things, but it works out really well when you have the same common goal. And he's been really fun to work with, and looking forward to continuing that. We're actually working together as well with the 7U Panthers, so that's been great. King Mong did a fantastic job. Nathan Hughes, a player who dealt with some stuff and came back this year and was a huge component to our championship. Ben Omond, who's also moving on next year to bigger and better things in high school, and Gavin Dewar, who was an absolute vacuum behind the plate for us all season. And we discovered that he has quite the cannon, throwing out 4 runners in our last 2 games. So that was pretty special to see. And if I miss any players, I apologize, but you guys all deserve that championship equally, and proud of every one of you.
Yeah, it was excellent. I thought you had a very well-balanced team with good attitude, and congratulations on that for sure.
And the interest level, Jacob, like in the team and NDA baseball, I know it was great to see Franco in. Like, I know it's really early, but thoughts on next year and where the league's going? Is OFSA in play as well, or yet? Is OFSA in play yet? Is that what do we need to do there?
Yeah, so historically, it's funny because after we won the championship, my brain started going like, "This is great, but I want more," kind of thing. And talk to Tops a little bit and see if we can maybe get some individuals coming north Highway 11 from the GTA area and play some exhibition tournament and things like that next year. Exclusively, Sudbury's kind of had the NASA. They get that pretty much every year, and they go down and compete at OFSA. But I certainly would like to get in on that. I think it'd be great. I think North Bay is turning into a little bit of a hotbed in Northern Ontario for baseball. I think that's quite obvious. We have work to do, but I think we've put down a pretty good foundation thus far. As far as next year's league, we're only losing 4 players, maybe 5 players from our team, and the majority of our really, really core players are sticking around. So I don't like to say championship or bust because there's a lot of other good teams in the league, but I'd like to go deep again next year for sure. And you mentioned Franco; they did a great job this year. A team that nobody probably was really expecting to do much. They put a scare in the Chippewa in the semifinals, and they deserved to be there. And I'd imagine they'll be there again next year.
How about maybe let's transition into the senior league. What's new and exciting, and the results after I saw it was a great way. Actually, first thing I got to ask, how's your dad doing?
I think he's doing okay. He showed me a little picture of his foot the other day. It was pretty black and blue. I mean, that's not the guy you want to take a line drive from, Damon Topley, but he did. He got up, finished the game, and no worse for wear. So hopefully there's no broken bones, and if so, it's just on the toes. But he's good. And it's a good baseball game. And that U18 Panthers team is they're working towards something special, I believe. I think they're gonna right at the end of the year. I think they're gonna peak at the right time. They're already playing really good baseball, but they're definitely on the track to do something special with their season. As far as their league, it's kind of been a little bit of a slow start as far as getting games accumulated. We have some teams that have played 7 games. We've had some teams that have played 4 and 3 games. So it's been a little weird with the way May 2-4 worked out, having to delay the season a little bit. We had a rain out last week. But Lavrock is in first place currently with a record of 5-0. Eastside Marios is sitting right behind them at a 4-0. Asante has a 500 record at 3-3. Gateway Landscaping sitting at 1-2, so they haven't played a lot of baseball. The U18 Panthers are respectable 2-3, and Sorcerer Sports is sitting at 0-7. They actually had a good effort the other night. They played at 6:00 on Monday, right before us, and they put up a good battle. They lost 14-6, but I think for the most part it was one inning kind of thing where they allowed their runs, but they did well. So they're getting there. And I know they have a new player getting injected into the lineup, I believe, tonight. That's going to help them, a former Stinger. So he should help them and hopefully give them some pitching depth.
Absolutely. That's great.
And one last thing, you got your cash tournament coming up. So give us a little bit of a plug. Was that 27th, 28th or something like that?
27th to 29th, yeah. We were initially going to have 10 teams in it. Unfortunately, the one team from Montreal, the Montreal Mets that have been coming since our inception of the tournament, they had to back out this year. About half of their team is actually still coming. They're going to play on the other team from Quebec, so it'll be good to see those guys. And the team from Chalk River decided to bow out as well. So we're at 8 teams, a good, solid, locked-in tournament. Each team is going to have 4 games minimum. We'll start on the Friday with 3 games being played over at Veterans, and the overflow field will have 1 game over at the Omischl complex, and then we're running 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. on Saturday, and it should be great. $1,000 cash purse, lots of really high quality baseball players on the field all weekend, and going to see what we can do to get the little U7 Panthers out there too, and get them shagging foul balls and home runs and all that kind of thing, and it should be a good experience for everybody involved.
When's the championship game?
The championship game will take place at 2:30 after the semifinals that are going to be at 9 and 11:30. And we'll go from there.
On the Sunday, the 29th?
On the Sunday, yeah, on the Sunday. At Veterans. All of the Veterans on the Sunday. Casey's will be on set with their beer tent and their barbecue again. Have to obviously give them a shout out. Have to give Sorcerer Sports a shout out. They're making up our t-shirts and whatnot. And Sorcerer Sports has obviously been, and Paul has obviously been a great contributor to the successes of the men's league and our tournament. So really looking forward to the 4th annual version.
And for anybody, it's definitely a great night out. It was fantastic on Monday. The weather was got a touch cool, but it was perfect. There were no bugs and some great baseball being played, and it's just a really fun atmosphere. And you should go check it out and just watch some guys having fun in summer.
Yeah, baseball. Right on. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate the zooming in with us.
Anytime, guys. Thanks for having me.
So, Paul, what's that hat? I can't figure it out.
This is one of the many North Bay Panthers hats.
No kidding. That's a neat design.
We actually, that's I believe Curtis and Connor Winrow actually put that together. So we really love the Panthers brand. It's been a lot of fun at the store to be able to put all this stuff together and kind of craft the whole identity. So this year the boys, will flash some pictures up too, we've got some nice clean white uniforms. I know the moms maybe don't always love how dirty the pants are and having to clean them for
the photographers love it.
They look great. They
dirty really, that shit up.
They stand out. They look awesome. So every year we just kind of try to tweak the design, do a little bit of something. That's what you're seeing in the majors. That's what really draws the kids in. So we've been super proud with the store to be able to be a part of that and get to do it. I know, and this year as well, we got girls softball stuff starting to flow in as well. They've upped their game. We really appreciate them having confidence in us to be able to kind of change their identity and help really give the girls something to be proud of. So I've been down to the field a few times and I saw their house league teams. It was cold last night and the girls were all wearing the shirts because they were so proud of them and wanted to show them off. And that's the sort of thing, that's what drives me to do what I do. And I'm so lucky to have the team that we have at the store to kind of help make those dreams become realities and give that experience to the kids.
Well, speaking of driving, where are you going next week?
Next week, I will be in beautiful Niagara Falls. It's the annual Sorcerer Sports Summer Show, which is when we look at all the product and stuff that we're going to be bringing in next year. So we've got to take our numbers down, sort of see what the sell-through is like, even though the baseball season's, just kind of getting started. We pick what we need to order from all of our suppliers and try to get those orders in and settled. And with the Dome, our baseball season now starts much earlier, so we'll be able to start bringing stuff into the store in November, December, so that it's ready for Christmas and kind of follow more like what the American schedule would be for.
Well, now
for
that
baseball.
you have the Dome and people are going to be working out, you're going to have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. So looking forward to that, and I won't be here next week, but I know you guys will.
We'll make
together
do.
a great
We'll
show.
make do. We'll struggle, but we'll pull it together somehow. Well, right on. Thanks for Source for Sports sponsoring this.
It's been my pleasure. I have enjoyed getting to do this with you guys. I think it's just so fitting, and it's really opened my eyes to a lot of the other sports that maybe didn't always come across my desk. And now I get to just meeting new people. The interviews have been fantastic. It's really. I love the format of being able to get to know the people a little bit more. That's been the greatest thing for me as well at this, in North Bay, just learning about people through sports. So I love getting to live this every day, and it kind of feels like a dream. I don't know how I ended up here.
I think that same thing. Well, that's a good segue into our spotlight interview with Dr. Rob Graham, where we talk about resilience and as well as enjoying the journey, not just trying to get to a destination.
Yeah, no, Rob really summed it up. And again, I've been fortunate enough to have him work with some of the teams and athletes that I've had the pleasure of being able to work with. And you really see the passion in his work and how much he cares and the insight that he provides these kids. And it goes beyond just their play on the field or on the ice. It helps them in life. So it's a great interview, and yeah.
Let's go. It's good to hear from a goalie, because I believe that they do the most thinking out there. It's sometimes daydreaming.
Yes.
But they're really the core of a lot of teams, right? And if he's learned the hard way through what works for hockey and what doesn't, and he's got lots of good stuff to share. So let's listen to Dr. Rob Graham. Today we have Doctor of Resiliency, Dr. Rob Graham, here to talk about, you can be competitive and kind at the same time.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Just an honor to be in here with you rock stars, and really looking forward to it.
Right on. Now, we just passed Kindness Week, and a lot of people talking about how to value those around you and be kind, right? So how do you incorporate that kind of thing into competitive sports where you end up with people fighting each other and hitting each other with sticks?
Well, I developed something called the Hockey Life Skills Mentorship Program. And really that program, when people say, well, what is that? It's kind of amalgam of a few things. But literally what I took is everything that nobody ever taught me as a young goalie playing hockey in the 70s and 80s. And I took my 23 years as an educator, put it in a blender, added my 20 plus years as a goalie coach, and then I took my research in resiliency and I put it in a blender and came up with this Hockey Life Skills Mentorship Program. And kind of at the heart of it, I think, is the whole idea, how do we do better, be better, and make others better? And that's really kind of at the heart of it. But also, I think, one of the essential aspects of what I do is I always tell parents and kids, I'm not here to get you to the OHL or the NHL. What I am here to do is to help you enjoy the experience more, something that I didn't enjoy as a young hockey player. And I'm going to tell you a story right now. This is one of the first stories that I tell my young goalies. Back in 1974 or 5, I think it was, I was playing in an international tournament in Chicago with a bunch of kids representing Team Canada. And we were playing Sweden. And this was the last year that Bobby Orr was playing for the Blackhawks. Okay. So the coach says, boys, Mr. Orr is in the building. He'd like to come in and shake your hands and wish you luck. I never got a chance to shake Bobby Orr's hand because I was throwing up in the toilet, because I threw up before every game.
Yep.
And one of the things that I said, I never want the athletes I mentor to be throwing up when Bobby Orr is there to shake your hand. And so, I talk about chasing the experience and not chasing the dream. It's kind of something I wrote in my book that really latched on with a lot of people. And really what that means is when you focus on the experience and you enter the rink daily with gratitude and not attitude, you may not get to the NHL or the OHL or the PWHL, but you're going to enjoy the experience. And that's really kind of at the heart of what I do.
I guess a lot of people that are on that path choose to be very aggressively competitive, and it's a very tense and stressful experience for themselves, and they still don't get the NHL. So
100%. And like I say, man, if you can just enjoy the experience, embrace your time riding the bus, being in the hotel rooms, enjoying the process of getting better. And when we can change that focus, I mean, so many kids, I think you see it all the time too, they're so distracted by the dream, like I was as a young athlete, that the dream took away from enjoying that living in the moment or the process. So, what I try to do through my program is trying to transition the mental mindset from chasing the dream to enjoying the experience. And at the heart of that is when you enter the rink with gratitude and not attitude. And when you can start and understand that process and embrace that, and I have a bit of a framework I've come up with mentoring athletes that way, good things are going to happen. And the first thing is you're going to enjoy the game more. And when you can enjoy the game more, good things are going to happen. Everything that nobody ever taught me, really.
It's interesting that you say that. I honestly could not agree more. I've been really focusing in lately on that experience and how can we provide the experience and how can we broaden the experience so it's not just always the elite athletes look at it. And I love what you said about where you're going to send people, because to me, if you don't enjoy the journey, the destination actually sucks for just about everybody. Very few people get to have that, moment where you're in front of the podium and you're, shedding some tears and thanking everybody because you get to retire. Like even, the 99% I feel like of professional athletes still retire when there's no one left to play or you're injured and you kind of fade off into the shadows. And just being there and enjoying everything. Like you said, the bus ride, look out the window, know where you're going. I still, be driving through and I go through an old town that I played in when I was 12 and I want to drive by the rink. And if it's open, I want to walk in because those memories just flood back in the moment you get there. And I don't think you get that when you're so focused on, I got to get to this spot or I got to make this team or life's over or I got screwed and I didn't get, make this team.
And there's so much,
always an opportunity.
I think you would agree there's so much more pressure on athletes today with the social media and the AAA programs and what have you. There's so much more pressure on kids today to achieve with access to information that I never certainly had back in the day. No. So, I guess, people do say, well, I guess you really kind of are working in the mental health industry. And yeah, it's funny. I guess you're right. Like the Hockey Life Skills Mentorship Program, as a goalie coach for many years, I'd go to goalie camps and I'd sit there and I'd watch sports psychologists come in and spend hours working with kids. And I thought, there's got to be some more glue there to connect these concepts. And so I was, I think, able to create something that's a lot more relatable for young athletes. And yes, it certainly is really in the realm of mental health, because really the heart of what I'm doing is how can we get you to love what you're doing more? You love what you do, how do you make your teammates better? How do you make yourself better? And how do you enjoy the experience more? And that's really what I'm trying to do. And, I would also argue that in the process, it's really helping me. It's really helping me. So it's not a one-way street. I get a lot back from the athletes that I work with, and I need that inspiration too. So it's not a one-way street.
Dear North Bay, as a single mom and full-time student, life can feel overwhelming and budgets are always tight. But one thing I never question is how deeply I care about my community. When I began volunteering at the North Bay Regional Health Centre, I saw firsthand how much the healthcare system means to people, especially when life takes an unexpected turn. It made me think, what if it was my child, my parent, or my friend that was in need of care? That's when I realized I wanted to do more, to be part of something bigger than myself. I joined the I Give monthly club because even a small monthly gift can have a meaningful impact. helping ensure everyone in our community has access to the care they need right here at home. If you believe in strong, local health care, I hope you'll join me. Sign up at nbrhcfoundation.ca or call 705-495-8125. It's simple and it matters. With gratitude, Kim Cosgrove.
So I managed to catch some of the Bulldogs action on Sunday. They had a whole bunch of games, a full day, right?
Yeah.
And I got there, and I believe it was the JV team was playing, and they were up against a Toronto area team, and it didn't go that well for them. They were in it until the third quarter, I think, and things went their way. I did miss the Bantam game, and they won.
Okay.
So that's cool. And the girls had it tough against a more mature, faster.
Yep.
And they had a stud on their team, so they had a rough day. A friend of mine, actually Joe Belanger, former Nugget editor and reporter, his granddaughter was playing, so that's why he was up. And it was really kind of cool because he called me from the field. I couldn't stay; it was delayed.
Yeah.
And he had a pretty good idea of what his granddaughter is up against.
Yeah, no, we were in Guelph on our baseball tournament through the University of Guelph, and there was a girls' football game going on too. I don't know if they were the same league, but it was a similar format because it's a 7-on-7.
Yeah,
and they kind of split the field. Yeah. And it's great. It's a lot of passing that's going on, and it's great to see the girls becoming involved in football. And yeah, for those girls in North Bay, like, this is new to all of them. So everything they do on the field has been, a fantastic accomplishment. And kudos to the Bulldogs for putting that program out as an alternative for girls that want to play. And it's like they're just going to continue to go upward. They've got a great bunch of people involved, and they're very busy. So be sure to keep sharing that information with us, and we're happy to talk about it because it's good to have. It's great to see football growing.
So I did check out the Bulldogs Facebook page. They got some great stuff up there. They're hundreds of photos of the action if you ever feel like flipping through them. Good stuff. But they also post Player of the Week, and Evan Vince of the linebacker, he had 2 sacks. So he's with the U14, and that was a highlight there. They posted that there was a really sort of touching moment there where the father and son joined everybody on the field, and the boys battling an illness. So that was very touching. Brody and his dad, BJ, walked onto the sidelines, and Brody was able to see his friends and coaches. Brody's on his last bout of treatment starting today. So let's go, Brody. And shout out to anybody actually battling an illness, and when they're part of a team, it really helps lift their spirit, right?
Yeah, I know my son Emmett has a teammate on who's going through a bit of something, and to see the team rally around, and now we're really thankful that they seem to have everything on track, and they know, and we're just looking forward to seeing him back on the ice. But yeah, that does matter a lot, and actually that ties into this weekend. Something that I didn't think about until now, but this is the Noah Strong ball hockey weekend. So that'll be taking place down at the Bill Barber Center in Callander. And if you have never been, I highly suggest you go down and watch to see how much organization is in the event. It is, definitely something that everyone circles on their calendar, that it is North Bay hockey. There's so many I love being down there because you get to see so many of the customers. Everybody is there that's involved in hockey. It's a great event that people want to be a part of. And the
50
foundation,
teams I was reading in the Bay Today story.
Yeah, no, it's it just goes nonstop, and it's so well organized. And then there's a gala dinner. I'm going to assume that tickets are sold out for that, but if you can get your hands on it, there's going to be some great prizes and everything. So it's
sorry about that.
That's okay.
Start that sentence over again.
I don't know what I was saying. It's a fantastic weekend, and it's for a great cause. And the legacy of Noah Dugas continues to be such a part of the North Bay community, not just in hockey, but across all things. And so,
what else you got?
Well, so on Tuesday of this week, we had the first, so our T-ball kids for baseball have been inside the dome. We do a skills-based program. So we've got the kids all divided up into their fun-colored team names, and they go station to station kind of working on different skills. But so that they're not just stuck playing baseball inside and give them a bit of a feel for it, we scheduled some fun games outside. So we were at Centennial, and again, we had all of our great young staff were there, as well as some young 11U Panthers who were out in their uniforms, kind of coaching and guiding the kids. So the T-ball teams came for about a half-hour game. What we did was we would sort of line them up on the fence. Everybody got a chance to bat. We had the big speaker and the microphone, so we were announcing the players on their way to bat. Amazing to hear the parents and the grandparents and the friends that came to watch giving great applause for every kid that came up. They would hopefully make contact with a ball, which then causes a massive rugby scrum as all the kids try to tackle the ball. Sometimes even the player who hit the ball too. So that also makes it exciting. So that was a ton of fun. And then we kind of herded the cats together to make a picture of both teams at the end of the game and gave them their popsicles on their way. Rinse, repeat. Next team started up, but we got everybody through. There's so many smiles, and there's a few tears too, but a lot of excited kids to be able to be out there and on the field. And sometimes the parents maybe are more excited than the kids for it, but that's great too. Like it was an awesome experience. Really proud of, obviously the work that Laura has put in to make all of this happen. North Bay baseball owes so much to her for all the work that she does. And it really, really looked great. And they just did an amazing job. And I'm really proud to be a part of it. And I think we're just going to continue to keep building on that experience. So,
cool.
Yeah. And so other than that, it's just, I guess when this airs, I'll be on the road to beautiful Port Elgin for a 32-team U11 tournament. So I don't know where all these people are staying because Port Elgin is not a very big place. But I'm excited to see it. I think they have 8 ball fields in use. They're all kind of like lumped up together, so I'll be taking lots of notes about
Where are you
what we could do. Well, I think someone's hotel block got released late because I'm at a Super 8 across the street from the field. So
perfect.
It wasn't around when we were trying to book, and I didn't know what we were going to do, so I booked it kind of checked last minute. It was there, so I made sure to grab a room. So
cool.
Yeah, I got a good spot.
Well, thanks for joining us for the Sportscast number 39.
Yeah, we're really getting there.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate the 40th with a little bit of a recap next week of all the different, we'll have tidbits of different interviews we've done, some highlights, and just kind of celebrate that milestone, number 40.
Speaking of milestones, happy early birthday.
Yeah, turning 60 on Saturday, June 14th.
It's a big milestone right there.
It's going to be a multiple birthday party. My sister's got the same birthday, 4 years younger, and a good friend of mine, Perry McLeod Shabagizik, his birthday's on June 14th. He said he's going to drop by.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump's 14th is his birthday too, and so we can celebrate him being a tyrant down in the States and bringing in the military to quash things and see that hot mess going on down there. So we're going to have a little bit of a toast to America and condolences, and as well at mine.
We're open for any Americans who would like to move to Canada.
I have a couple rooms.
Yeah. Well, no, sorry I can't be there, but I know you're going to have a great time. And if Wire or Port Elgin wasn't so far away, who knows, we might be coming back early, but have a great time, and I'll see you when we're back.
We'll still be partying when you get back.
I bet you will.
Yeah. So anyways, have a good day. Please like, share, comment, and send us the highlights from your sports team. We'd love to have you on.